Hi, welcome to a podcast kind of thing. Basically, I'm going to be doing a group crit and peer feedback on a couple of peers in my class. So this is just because for level 3 extended diploma creative media, film and TV, year 1, you have to cover unit 7, which is a digital feedback thing. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Michael's film. He has made a Kubrick-related or inspired project, which is... It was really interesting. He said that he had an idea that the story that happened of this guy going insane was inside the chessboard. It didn't quite come across, but I think it was still good. The narrative was still good and clear without that idea. Michael kind of is known for doing lots of good transitions and effects in his work, and he did that again, and I liked it. He's also included the 1-point perspective and symmetry that is quite Kubrick based. That's what Kubrick is known for, basically. He used the Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, and it worked. The music was more a background noise and it didn't really tell the story, but it fitted in. And he also added some like horror music. It wasn't horror music. It was like some more sinister, deeper toned music over it. And it seemed to work really well. It was subtle, but it kept the pace of the film. It was all a dream at the end, which is... it all seemed to be a dream, which is maybe a cliche ending, but in the end it worked out because he then committed suicide and it was extremely creepy, which is another theme that kind of Kubrick has going on. It's all about in the mind and being psychotic, and it's something that runs through Kubrick's work a lot. So just a put together of everything that I said, the good things that were in the film, the transitions, effects, the creepy aura, the music, the blood used because it was quite gruesome, but it was well done, and the good sound. He has clearly worked on it hard in speakers and not just in the Mac with the headphones in. Areas for development, I just think tidying up your location, because in the bedroom scene there's a lot of mess, like the lamp is falling down, it's not very neat, and it kind of ruins the symmetry idea that I think you're going for. And the Dobby characters and all that is quite hectic, it's not laid out nicely and it ruins the symmetry again. Stabilize your moving shots, just because it makes like the audience feel a bit ill. Also, your t-shirt stayed clean when you were bleeding, which would not have happened. Obviously you don't want to get pristine white t-shirt messed up, but they're not that expensive. Also, cut shots slightly at the beginning and the end, only for some shots, but you can just see where you're waiting for the scene to start and things like that. It's just, But what I've learned from your work is to vary my transitions, as I tend to just use dissolve, and try out effects, as I just don't seem to do it. I've added colour in recently, but it's something that I'd like to develop more. Now going on to my second peer, Hakeem. He did quite an interesting film, actually. Hakeem is known for doing transitions. He does a lot of cross dissolves, and they tend to work. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes do, and I think risk-taking is a really good thing. He's included symmetry and 1-point perspective. There's one long shot of Kari walking down the corridor, and it just seems never-ending. It's really good, and it is really Kubrick-y inspired. The music, the tone of the music, it had a fluid feel. It was very smooth. The only problem with that is that it kind of contradicted the film. You called it The Race, but it seemed more like a chase. But the music, the music contradicted it, which I think is quite a Kubrick thing as well. I can't give you an example right now, but it's meant to be quite a tense scene, and then the music is contradicting this. It's bizarre, but it kind of fits the fact that Kari's walking everywhere and Ryan's running. I don't know. It was interesting. You've done quite an abstract idea, I think. Going back to the race/chase idea, It was, maybe they should have started in the same place, just because that's how a race is. When Ryan comes out at the beginning, he's looking very suspicious, and then you see Kari look over, and it seems just more like a chase scene. That's all. Good things, you had lots of 1 point perspective, symmetry. The ending was shocking. You do not expect it, which I think is where the music side comes in, because the music contradicts it, and you think, oh, it's not, it's just a nice race or a nice chase, as nice as that could be. And then all of a sudden you get Ryan being shot. Areas for development is the audio. Kari's speech was loud, and you could hear all the sound around your location, especially because you were in the Winter Garden. So there's a lot of, it's very open, so you can hear everyone around you. It's got echoes and things like that. So maybe use a microphone. I don't know if you just use your camera mic or whatever. Maybe get a boom. Also, the gunshots at the end were very loud. I shit my pants, I'm not going to lie. Also, I think there are maybe too many gunshots. Maybe 1 or 2 would have been more effective than, I think it was 4. And Faye said there was a lack of consistency from you being like using a tripod at some points and then moving at other points, but I don't know. That's what she said, and I wrote it down. What I've learned to influence my own practice is that play the audio through the speakers beforehand, because listening through headphones is a lot different than if you're listening to it in speakers. But that's pretty much it. It was pretty good. Cool.